Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to put a pattern into a shape, specifically for creating a monogram. The end result is going to be something like this, except I have chosen a diamond circle pattern to use today. This is one I created called an ICAP monogram. This pattern is called ICAP, so that's fun. And as a thank you for watching, you can leave me a comment with your email address, and I will be happy to email you the ICAP monogram or the diamond circle monogram that I am making today. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do, I already have a pattern that I have screenshotted, and it's this one right here. This is the diamond circle pattern. And one thing I've shown you in my last tutorial is that if you double click on this image, you're going to get these little gray boxes on the outside. That will allow you to duplicate this pattern really easily. That's as far as I'm going to go because I actually want my diamond circle pattern to be a little bit bigger so it's not quite as blinding. So we've got our diamond circle pattern, and now I'm going to trace. And I'm left with a nice diamond pattern here. It does have some overlap here in the middle, but that's mostly going to be deleted when I create my pattern. So, all right, I'll make this a little bit bigger. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is decide on what type of shape you want your monogram to go into. And I usually stick with a circle. That seems to be the most popular, so that's what I'm going to make today. I'm going to come over here to my ellipses tool, and you click that, and on a Mac, I'm not sure about for a PC, but on a Mac, you can hold down your shift button and draw a circle that has the exact dimensions. It's not going to end up like if you don't hold that down, you're going to have to try to like shape it, and we don't want to do that. We want it to be perfect. So I'm going to duplicate this, and I'll show you why in just a minute. And just leave it over here to the side. I'm going to make my circle a little bit bigger. If I can get it to pick up, there it is. All right. And the next thing I'm going to do, this could take a minute, so just bear with me. We're going to crop. There it goes. Sometimes it's slow depending on how busy your pattern is. This is a pretty busy one, so I'm a little surprised. And I made a mistake, so I'm actually going to go back and undo what I just did because you need to keep your duplicated circle the same size. So I'm going to duplicate that and move it to the side. So sorry about that, but good learner mistake there. All right, good deal. So now we have this really nice, perfect circle filled with my diamond circle pattern. And my goodness, I adjusted it again. Tried to resize that circle, and that's not what I need to do. But I was thinking it would look nice if it was bigger. But it's fine. I'm going to leave it. So we're going to come back over here, and I'm going to click this and move it on top of my circle. And I'm going to do an offset. This is going to pull in this outer thick line that you see right here. The number of the offset is totally up to you. I like a nice thick line, so I'm just going to kind of experiment. Yeah, I think a 3 looks good. All right, so now we have our outer circle. What you're going to do is select your outer circle, and then on a Mac it's Shift, and I'm going to select my inner circle. I don't want my pattern. I just want these two outer circle lines, and I'm going to turn that into a compound path. Then I'm going to select my pattern, and we're going to weld it. All right, so you can tell that my circle wasn't exactly perfectly lined up, which is not a big deal, but if you do want to go back and fix it, you still can. I'm going to zoom in just so I can make it line up. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do the same exact thing to make our inner circle. So again, draw your circle. And I like a pretty good chunk of my pattern to show up on the outside. So I'm not going to make this too big. And once again, you're going to do an offset. Once again, you're going to select your two circles and make it a compound path. Now, the only difference on this one is you want to duplicate it after your two circles are made, and we'll get to that part in just a minute. So line up your circle in the middle, and that's kind of hard to tell, but I think I've got it pretty close to perfect. I have no idea why it's being so slow, but it is. There it goes. Now that I have done this subtracting, I can tell that my inner circle is not very aligned, so I'm gonna undo that and I'm gonna fix that. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. There it goes. All right. So now we've got our inner circle. And before we add that, you just need to delete everything in the middle. Okay, now put it in there just like we did with the outer one. Line it up and weld. Ta-da! That's it. So as you can tell, we don't really see much of that weird pattern. I mean, you've got a little bit of it, but it's not too terrible. I know I can tell my circle's still not completely perfect, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to fix that just a little bit more until it's perfectly aligned in the middle. So, a reminder, as a thank you for watching, leave a comment and I will be happy to email you with either the diamond circle monogram or the iCat monogram. Thanks for watching.